Yo, what is going on? It's your boy Alex going at y'all with a brand new video, and in this video we'll be talking about the part 2 of our Galaxy Opals tier list. Now, if you guys want to see all of the cards that were released before this point, you know, like before takeover and all that sort of stuff, then go check out part 1. I revised the previous list that we did on all of the Galaxy Opals, and then you can also see why we have these cards where we do. And if you guys watch this entire video all the way through, you can see where we put all of these guys, including the new next players, up into the tier list and why we have them there. If you guys have any other ideas for more tier lists you guys want to see me do, or just more videos in general, leave them down in the comment section below, and make sure you guys go and follow my Twitter. Trying to hit 500 followers on there would really be appreciated. But what we are continuing on first is we got to go through these Showtime players, including Chris Webber and Rashard Lewis. The first of which we're going to be going over is Chris Webber. Now, Chris Webber is actually a pretty decent card. It's a nice, I think he's 6'10", a 6'10" power forward. I don't think he's very great at the center, but at the power forward, I think he's actually a pretty nice card. Isn't one that I would say is absolutely insane, but I do think he is a really solid four-man. He's got some good post game, some good animations. Dribbling, it's a little tough. I think I'm going to throw him up into the A tier because I kind of feel like he plays pretty similar to the Bob McAdoo, except, you know, Chris Webber obviously can shoot a lot better, so that's why I have him above somebody like Bob McAdoo, but he doesn't impress me a whole lot. He's just not really like my style. Actually, you know, I'm going to put him an A+. I think if I'm going to have Terry Cummings up here, I feel like I kind of have to have Chris Webber as well. They're very similar cards. We're going to do that. I like that one a little bit better. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal Rashard Lewis, who has that base 49. The J.R. Smith jump shot has some nice animations as well. He can slash at the basket, 6'10" at the 2. Gotta love it. I'm going to throw him into S+, lower S+ tiered, because I definitely think guys like DeMar DeRozan, Paul George, Jason Tatum are all better playing at the 2. So we're going to have to put him down a little bit lower. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Zion Williamson, who I am going to throw into S+ tier, but there is something with Zion. I don't think he's worth locking in, but I do think that the Zion card is still amazing. He's just not worth locking in because some of the cards that we will cover later are definitely better than him at his same position. So I'm going to throw Zion into S+, but I will say I don't think he is like top tier. I don't even think he's the best PG that came out of this entire set. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Lenny Wilkins, another really good card, but jump shot isn't the most amazing. Dribbling animations are pretty good. He can finish, I think, okay at the basket, and honestly, he has good shooting stats, but I don't think it warrants anything above the B tier. I think he's a good card. He's quality, but I think we're going to have to leave him in B, just leaving a little bit to be desired. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal Tommy Heinsohn, who's like a slightly shorter Dino Raja who can play the 3 and the 4. The only reason I'm saying that he's similar to Dino Raja is they have similar dribbling animations and they have the same jump shot 4. So I'm going to throw him into A+ tier. I do like Tom Heinsohn. I will put him above Mark Aguirre, but I think Tom Heinsohn is missing that, you know, next level, that next step to get up into A+ tier, because unlike somebody like Dino Raja, he just doesn't have that factor to get him up there. Next card we have is Galaxy Opal Larry Bird. I feel like people would shoot me if we didn't throw him up into the S+ tier. Larry Bird is just absolutely insane. I cannot tell you the amount of times I have gone against this Larry Bird card and have absolutely got shredded. Like, this Larry Bird card is just absolutely insane. He does whatever he wants. His dribbling animations are amazing. The jump shot is just money, and he's just overall insane. Also, if you guys hear a little bit of something in the background, it is storming. So if you guys hear any of that, that is what it is in the background. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Dennis Johnson, who I think I've thrown into the A+ tier multiple times before. I do think I like him just a little bit better than this Victor Oladipo card. And the thing is Dennis Johnson actually has a pretty nice jump shot. He has some really good dribbling animations. He can finish at the basket really well. He can shoot from deep as well with gold range. I think he's a really quality card, and the fact that he is free makes it a lot better. Definitely an amazing guy. Definitely an amazing card. I would, for sure, at least try him out if you're going for that GOAT Bird, because, come on, he's great. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Kevin McHale, who again is basically another reskinned version of Dino Raja, but his dribbling animations are pretty awful, if we're being honest. They're not very good. They're more big man-ish. So I'm going to throw him above the likes of Terry Cummings and Chris Webber, just because I think some people might like jump shot 4 over these guys' jump shots. But definitely a good card, definitely amazing. It's just those dribbling animations, when he does try to speed boost, I think hold him back a little bit from that. Next we have a Galaxy Opal Dennis Rodman, who I'm going to throw into the B tier. I feel like with Dennis Rodman, his defense, because if we were taking a base off of just his jump shot and his shooting, it would be D tier. I hate his jump shot. I don't think it's good at all. I think it's absolutely awful. But when it comes to his defense and finishing ability, absolutely godly. It is like next level insane. He has some of the best defense you'll ever use on any card, and he can do everything just insanely well. Just a really, really good card. I just don't think that I think his jump shot is holding him back quite, and I mean quite a lot. Also, what I'm realizing is a lot of these newer Opals, we really aren't going to have a lot at C or D, which is pretty interesting. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Paul Pierce, who I think can sneak his way into the S tier. Let me move this down just a little bit. Who I think is sneaking his way into the S tier. The reason Paul Pierce is absolutely amazing is because he is a 6'8" 2 guard, who's just absolutely insane. The good post game, has an amazing fadeaway with that half deep fades, just absolutely awesome at the 2. There is one thing that I think might hurt it for some people is the Paul Pierce base. It's a little bit slower, but with that, I think it is one of the easiest to green. It's just so money. It snaps a lot, and I think it's just a really nice shot, especially meter off. So I personally absolutely love it, and I think it is an awesome jump shot that a lot of you guys need to try out. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Marc Gasol, who I'm throwing up into S tier. Now, the thing about Marc Gasol is he doesn't have the greatest of dribbling animations, but I think at the center, that's probably the least needed. Maybe if you were talking about running him as a triple threat guy, maybe that could hurt you a little bit, but as a center in Unlimited, I really don't think it hurts him too much, because his jump shot is actually amazing. He's literally just a reskinned Hakeem Olajuwon, who for me at least feels faster than Hakeem. I don't know what it is about Marc Gasol. He just feels fast. He feels quick, and like his speed actually is what it is. Hakeem, it just feels slower. Marc Gasol, absolute beast. Best defensive / rebounding big in the game that I've personally used that isn't named Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So absolute beast. Definitely one that I would try out. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal Jonathan Isaac from the out of position 2. I think this one is nice and easy, throwing him up into the S+ tier. 6'10" PG that can shoot from deep, can play some of the best defense that you will ever use on a card, can finish at the basket, insane, absolute godly card, and in my opinion is better than the GOAT Magic and the other Magic that we have in here, which I think is on the other list. So I definitely think this Jonathan Isaac is leagues better than the Magic Johnson here, just because I prefer Jonathan Isaac's jump shot and his animations just in general. Yeah, it is what it is. I feel like if Magic just had a slightly better jump shot, we could be talking different, but Isaac, absolute beast. And next we have the Galaxy Opal Kevin Durant. This one's a toss-up for me between Isaac and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant obviously is an S+ tier card, and I think it really just is based off of whose animations you like better for this. I think both of them are very, very similar. Like, they have similar timing jump shots, they have similar dribbling animations, similar dunking, all of that sort of stuff. They're very, very close, but I'm gonna have Jonathan Isaac above of Kevin Durant just because of the defense factor. You know, Jonathan Isaac just feels, with his wingspan and everything crazy about him, that he feels like he plays better defense than somebody like KD does. But again, very minuscule differences that we're talking about here, so it is what it is. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal Bill Russell, who I'm throwing into S tier, and I'm going to throw above Shawn Kemp. I think he's almost into that S+ tier. His jump shot is good, but it's not the greatest. But I think for Bill Russell, it's actually pretty quality. And the defense, again, is just absolutely insane on him. Again, with that good shooting ability, I think is awesome. He can speed boost, not the greatest of dribbling animations, but definitely not bad at all. They can be pretty saucy if you know how to use them. And again, finishing ability is just absolutely insane. Bill Russell is a great, great, great card. And especially for his price, I think you get a really good bit of value out there. Barely above 100K. Absolutely insane. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Jalen Rose, another card that I'm actually going to throw into the S tier. I feel like Jalen Rose's jump shot, for me personally, just isn't on the same tier as these other PGs, and he doesn't give as much in everything else to make him insane. You know, Magic doesn't have the greatest jump shot, but his dribbling animations are absolutely insane. The defense is crazy. He's 6'9" and can just do everything well. Jalen Rose is 6'8", and I think that's the main reason that he's as good. If he was 6'5", people really wouldn't care about him as much anymore, and his jump shot is just kind of, not bad. So I'm going to throw him into S tier. I think he's good, but could be a little bit better. Next up, Galaxy Opal Jerry Stackhouse, a card that I know a lot of people are trashing on because they don't like his jump shot, they feel it's too slow, and they personally just aren't a fan of it. Personally, I love Jerry Stackhouse's jump shot. I think it's money. I think you can definitely make it work and can use it very, very, very well, as I did in my gameplay on him. So I think I'm going to throw him into the high A tier. I feel like with his jump shot, a lot of people want to throw him into B or even C tier because I feel like it's pretty bad. But I love it. I think it's nice, and I'm going to throw him into A tier. But I do understand that it isn't the greatest of jump shots, that people definitely have better ones than he does. For example, you know, Rudy LaRusso, Lance Stevenson, John Morant, all much better jump shots than Jerry Stackhouse. So we definitely have to throw him a little bit lower. The next card we got here is a Galaxy Opal Kawhi Leonard, who I think is definitely better than the Paul George that we have at the 2. I think Paul George is better suited as a 3, but, well, okay, I feel like Paul George can play the 3 better than Kawhi can, but obviously both are better at the 2. But if you had the option, run PG at the 3 and Kawhi at the 2. Kawhi is just absolutely insane, and the thing that makes Kawhi better than PG in my opinion is just straight animations. Dribbling animations like Kawhi are just saucy. That jump shot is so money and so easy to time. Whereas Paul George, the PG base is good. I just don't think it's up to standards of the Kawhi Leonard jump shot. It's just too money. It's too good, and definitely one that I love using. Like, I love using. This Kawhi card is just unreal. The next card that we got is a Galaxy Opal Gary Payton, who I'm in talks between the S or A+ tier. I think Gary Payton is absolutely insane. I think when it comes to PGs, I think I had him in S and not S+. And I think it comes into the scope of general Galaxy Opals. I think I'm probably going to have to put him A+ tier. I think he is a really good card, but again, he is only 6'4", but when it comes to 6'4" PGs, I for sure think he is the best one that we have. Great card. The new jump shot is actually amazing on him. The defense is obviously godly on Gary Payton, and he has some good finishing ability as well. Really, really, really good card. Just if he was maybe 3 inches taller, put him at 6'7", probably could throw him into S+. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal Pascal Siakam, easily throwing him into S tier right here. And I think I'm going to throw him above the likes of Shawn Kemp. I feel like if I didn't have him above Shawn Kemp, people might shoot me. And I'm hearing a lot of talks about how Pascal Siakam is the best power forward in the game and how he's just absolutely insane. Everybody loves him. I picked him up personally, and I was using him for a little while. His dribbling animation is pretty good. His jump shot, not the greatest in my opinion. It's a little bit weird, kind of awkward at times. His finishing ability is great. And if you do get his jump shot down, you can shoot it really well. But I'm not the biggest of fans of the Pascal Siakam card. I do understand that he's a really, really, really good card, and I definitely think he's above the likes of Shawn Kemp, Chris Bosh, and Darius Miles, but I don't think that he's in that next level tier like a Giannis or Amari Stoudemire, just in my opinion. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal George Gervin, who I'm going to throw into the A tier. I think he's a really good card. Has that jump shot 40 base, which is absolutely money when you get it down, and has some really good finishing ability. But just like the Galaxy Opal LeBron, when I talk about him a lot, he has a tendency to do those scoop or finger roll layups that easily get blocked by a lot of those taller centers, and I think that really hurts him. But 6'7" to 2, good defense, and a good finishing ability when he doesn't do those, I think really help him out. So if he didn't have that scoop layup tendency, I think that this George Gervin card would be an absolute beast, but because of that, we're going to have to rank him just a little bit lower. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Joel Embiid, who is another toss-up for me between S and S+. I feel like Joel Embiid just isn't at that level to be absolutely next tier, like the likes of, I think, Kareem, really. I really just don't think that Joel is in that next level category, being into S+, so I'm going to throw him into S. I still think he is an amazing card. It has some of the best animations for a big man, you know, in the post, and shooting has a really nice jump shot as well. Really good defense. Finishing ability is obviously amazing, and again, the post game is amazing too. But I feel like there's just a little bit that he is lacking, in my opinion. And if I'm looking at this, I think we can delete this row right here. I don't feel like anybody's getting their ass in D tier this time, so I think we'll be pretty okay to just have the S through C. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the list. I really don't think any of these cards are going into D tier, so we're going to just delete that now. The next one we have is Galaxy Opal Rick Barry, who I'm going to throw into the A+ tier. With Rick Barry, The one thing that hurts him is a slower jump shot, but if you can get used to that, he has some really good dribbling animations, he has some awesome defense, and really good finishing ability, also a good post game as well. Obviously, you can hit those free throws like a banging, and a good post game, for the post fades and stuff like that. I think Rick Gary is a definite beast, and at 6'7" you gotta love it and gotta have some fun with it, but it does hurt that his jump shot is a little bit slower, but with that, super easy to time. That's the toss-up with slow jump shots. Yes, they're slow, and you might have some time where you can't get them off in certain spots, but you will have other times where you'll just be absolutely able to bang them out because they're so easy to green, and just over and over again, you can smack them out. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Del Curry, who is another card that I think I'm going to throw into the A tier. Maybe a little bit of a controversial pick, not being in the A+, but I just don't think he's with the likes of a Drama Rant at the PG, or with the likes of, Rudy LaRusso at the 2. Or even maybe the Galaxy Opal Gerald Green. So I'm going to throw him here. Del Curry, some decent finishing ability, not as good as some other cards on here, but has a nice jump shot. He can shoot the 3-ball like crazy, and that's kind of the one thing you're getting him for. The defense is pretty good as well. Dribbling animation is not too bad, but I just don't think he's at that next level, personally. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Doc Rivers, nice 6'4" PG, but I'm throwing him into B tier because, in my opinion, I think that his jump shot 25, is a little bit too slow for the PG and a little bit too awkward. I like it as a catch and shoot jump shot, but off dribble, I'm really not too much of a fan of it, and I think with that, it kind of hurts him a little bit, but he's got some really good defense. Finishing ability is on par, is great, but the shooting, I think, is hindered a little bit because I just don't think he has a great off dribble jump shot, and that's just my opinion. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Artist Gilmore. I've made a gameplay on this. If you guys want to see how he rocks, check him out. And I think that this Artist Gilmore is a better Galaxy Opal Shaq. Now, the Showtime Shaq, and not the Glitch Shaq, the Showtime Shaq. Because if it was the Glitch, we'd have him up into S+. So, the thing with Artist Gilmore is he's an inch taller than Shaq, has just as good a defense, I think maybe even better in some spots, has a 68 3-point shot, only 2 points lower than Shaq, and a jump shot that I prefer much better. Like, anybody... Like, if people were telling you that they didn't like Artist is better than Shaq, I think they're lying. Because Shaq has a bad jump shot. Artist has a super clean jump shot that is so easy to bang, so easy to hit out. Has some good post game, good post fade, good post hook, all that sort of stuff. He can dunk like crazy. And I just think he is a great card. And if he had maybe an 85-3 with gold range, he'd be in the S+ tier up with the top PGs. And I'm really not lying about that. Artist is an absolute dog on the court. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal Hershey Hawkins, who I was looking at his animations, and he doesn't seem to impress me too much. He is 6'4" and has a decent jump shot, has some decent dribbling animations. He can be an insane slasher, but I feel like he's lacking a little bit in everything else, so I'm going to throw him into B tier. Just doesn't impress me too much, but could be a great card, and if you get it for free, definitely try him out and see what he's like. I just don't think he's up in the upper echelon of cards when it comes to 6'4s. I think we still have a Jason Kidd and Victor Oladipo above him, maybe even Del Curry and Dennis Johnson as well, and then we even have, John Moran, whose league's better, and Gary Payton, who is definitely above him as well. Next, we have Sarunas. Used to know how to pronounce his last name, but we don't know this time. I'm sure somebody might let me know in the comments. And I think, again, another B tier. A lot of these PGs are getting thrown into B tier, which is a little tough. But, again, decent animations, nothing too special. I think he actually is 6'5". Actually, wait, he might be 6'5" with jump shot 22. I think I might be thinking of somebody else when I'm talking about Sarunas, which I think is definitely going to put him up here with Victor Oladipo and Jason Kidd. I think he has jump shot 22, and if he doesn't, move him back down to B. But I think he has jump shot 22, which is actually really money. Like the Bob Surra jump shot has some decent finishing ability, decent defense. But he's nothing too special aside from having that nice jump shot 22 jumper. Really just doesn't provide anything else, so I think I'm going to have to throw him into A. But is actually a pretty decent card and could be fun to use. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Steven Jackson, who I'm going to throw into S tier. Has that Michael Beasley base, just like Darius Miles, and can play the 2 guard, which is awesome. Has some good Hall of Fame badges, good driving ability, just good everything. And I'm going to throw him equal with the likes of Klay Thompson, because I feel like they both give their own benefit. You know what I mean? If you like the Michael Beasley jump shot, like I personally do on guys that are 6'10 and below, so they have that quicker jump shot. I love the Michael Beasley base on them, like Darius Miles and Steven Jackson. It's like one of my favorites, if we're being honest. But if you don't like the Michael Beasley base, I think a guy like Klay Thompson is your guy, somebody you should go for, because that Klay Thompson base is always money in 2K. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Jerry Lucas, a card that I think is actually pretty nice, but I do think he is a little bit overrated. I've seen a lot of people use him, and he looks a little clunky when they're using him. His upper looks a little bit weird too as well, but when you do get him on, he can be a super high quality card. So I do think I'm going to throw him in the bottom of S+ tier, but I think you got to get used to him before you can actually use him to his full potential. So I think he is right at the bottom of S+ tier, but could be close to itching just a little bit higher. Next is Galaxy Opal Rudy Gay, who I'm throwing super far up on our list. I think having him as the best small forward shooting guard that we have in this game. I'm putting him above Kawhi Leonard and Paul George because I just love Rudy Gay's animations better. Rudy Gay has some of the best dunking animations in the game. He just dunks on everybody and just moves everybody out of the way in order to finish at the basket. He has that half quick draw Rudy Gay jump shot, which is just absolutely money, one of the best in the game. I just love it so much. And dribbling animations are pretty good. Besides this moving on in the back, which I think you can use pretty well, but it is sometimes a little bit of a hindrance for people that aren't the biggest fan of that. Obviously, it sucks. You have to go 12-0 5 months in a row in order to get him, but he is so worth it. Absolute beast of a card. Next is Galaxy Opal Andre Karolinko. Easy S tier for me. I'm throwing him above Bill Russell and Pascal Siakam. With Andre Karolinko, obviously the thing that hurts is that he only has one good position, that being the power forward, unless you want to run a super small ball with him at the center. But Andre Karolinko has that LaMarcus Aldridge base, half quick draw, which is amazing, and some of the best stats and half badges in the game. Like, literally, I think has like 50-something half badges because he's an out-of-position card. They juiced him up because he's obviously playing out of position, but if you run him in triple threat, he's going to be one of the best cards you use. And even at the 4, I think he's probably one of the best power forwards. And the only reason I'm holding him below S+ tier is because I think Andre Karolinko obviously is best as a 3 and 4. So the fact that you can only run him at one position, I think really hurts him. And it kind of hinders the flexibility of your lineup when you're using AK, which kind of sucks. And he doesn't get the best coach boost because centers usually get hoed on those coach boosts. So it is what it is. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Eddie Jones, another card that I think is going to be very high up on here, and I'm going to throw into the S tier. And the reason I'm putting him up in S tier is I think he isn't up with the likes of a Rudy Gay, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, even Jason Tatum, and not with DeMar or Rashard Lewis up at the 2, because only 6'6", so he's shorter than all the guys that I named. He has a good jump shot, but it is a little bit slow compared to some of these other guys. I think it's maybe a little bit slower than the trade break base, but it is money. It is nice, has some awesome defense, has some good slashing ability, but again, I think there's a little bit lacking with Eddie Jones that just makes him not that prime S+ tier card that we are looking for. Next, we have Galaxy of Larry Kenan, who is going into the A+ tier. Really solid card, has some awesome defense, but the jump shot is okay. It's not amazing, but it's definitely not bad. And again, really, you have him in there for defense, post game, and finishing. That's kind of what he's for. He can shoot the 3-ball good, but you have to get used to that release. It's one that takes a bit of a learning curve to get down. So we're going to throw him into A+ tier. Definitely think it's a high quality card, but again, you have to get used to it first. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Kyle Lowry, who I think I've been throwing to the A+ tier or pretty high up in a lot of these. And I think when it comes to PGs, I think he's in the A+ or S tier, but when it comes to overall Opals, I'm going to throw him at an A+, just higher than Del Curry, higher than Victor Oladipo and Jason Kidd. I think this Kyle Lowry has awesome defense. It kind of reminds me like this Victor Oladipo, just with a better jump shot. In my personal opinion, I like his jump shot there better than somebody like Victor Oladipo's, but if you feel the other way, it's all good. I can fully understand it. And next we have Galaxy Opal Jason Kidd, who I'm also throwing into the B tier. I think that Jason Kidd has a bit of a weird jump shot that I don't think is as easy for some people at time, so it can hurt them a little bit with that, and his dunking ability and finishing ability in general just isn't the greatest. So when you have a card that's meant to be an insane playmaker with some defense and good shooting, but then doesn't have a good jump shot, I think you kind of got to give them a little bit of a knock for that. Next we have Galaxy Opal Gordon Hayward, who I'm going to throw equal with Paul Pierce. I think is actually, no, not equal with Paul Pierce, sorry, equal with Jimmy Butler. I got it mixed up for a second. Equal with Jimmy Butler. I think Paul Pierce has that bit of a next level on them. I feel like Jimmy Butler and Gordon Hayward are pretty similar. I would personally take Jimmy over Gordon Hayward, but Hayward doesn't have a bad jump shot. Jump shot 28. It works pretty well. I think it's the same as Del Curry. And it's pretty nice. It's really good. He can shoot actually pretty nice with it. You got to get used to it a little bit first. And has some good defense. And his 6'8" can play that at the 2 and the 3, just like Jimmy Butler. But dribbling animations are okay, not great. And I think, again, something that hinders him. So you just got to get used to that. But could be a really, really good card for you. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Robert Parrish, who kind of reminds me, again, of like one of those Nate Thurmond kind of Dino Raja type cards, who is really good, but isn't the greatest of shooters, just like somebody like Dikembe Mutombo, so I'm going to throw him at very equal with that. I'm going to throw Parrish a little bit above Mutombo, because I think I prefer Parrish's jump shots a little bit more than Mutombo's, but Mutombo does have that defensive ability, so if you want more offense, go Parrish. If you want more defense, definitely go Mutombo. Really good options there. Both awesome cards. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Walt Frazier, who is obviously a 6'4" PG. Has, I think, jump shot 81, one of the better jump shots in the game that you can absolutely kill with. It is so money, so nice. It's one of those kind of precision jump shots where it's not great if you're not amazing at timing your shots, but if you're good at timing your shots, it is a great one. Can slash to the basket, good, play some awesome defense, and I'm going to throw him equal with Gary Payton when it comes to 6'4" PGs. I think he is definitely one of the better ones. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Rudy Gobert, a nice little 7-foot center that can play some amazing defense. Can, again, they gave him a bit of a nice, with the jump shot. Definitely not as good of a shooter as they made him. I think he has another 73-point shot. But I think I put him lower than the likes of Dikembe, Shaq, and Artis Gilmore. I think for non-shooting centers, those are like the top tier guys that you're going to want to have. This Showtime Shaq, Artis, or maybe this Dikembe even. But with Rudy Gobert, I'm going to throw him into A+ tier. Oh, that's not Corey. That's not Rudy Gobert, that's Corey Maggette. I'm going to throw him into the A+ tier. But we're going to knock him a little bit below. I think he's good, but definitely not amazing. So, got to throw him down there. Jump shot, just defense is amazing. Finishing is okay. Post game, nah. So, we're going to have to throw him up into the A+. Next is Corey Maggette, who is basically another version of this Jimmy Butler. But again, just a little bit different. I think it's like just like Jimmy Butler, just a little bit different. Jump shot 22, good animations, good finishing ability. Everything is very, very, very similar to them. I think Jimmy Butler gets the slight edge because I think he has an extra inch of height. I think he's 6'8" and Corey Maggette's 6'7". If he's 6'8", then I'm just blowing smoke up your ass and completely lying to you. But hopefully they're very similar, and I'm not lying. Next we have a Galaxy Opal Elton Brand, who I think is a really good guard, but it's another one of those, the jump shot holds them back. I think he has like set shot 13 or something like that, where it's really not too good. And I said it, I think, when I did my stats video on him, I just didn't think he was going to be that amazing. He was getting a little overhyped for that. And I'm going to throw him into the A+ tier. No, sorry, not A+ tier, the A tier, because I think he's good, but there's a lot that is left there on the table that he could be amazing with. But yeah, maybe just a little bit better version of Bob McAdoo, but you gotta miss out on that jump shot a little bit. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal Alex English, another card that I think is absolutely insane. Another Carmelo Anthony clone, which I think he has jump shot 55 and not the actual Melo jump shot, which is a little bit worse than the actual Melo jump shot, but we're gonna throw him into the high A+ tier, almost S tier. But I feel like, a little bit of not being able to shoot the corner 3 hurts a little bit. Some good defense, 6'7", always great. But actually, if I have Paul Pierce in there, I can have Alex English. We'll have them tied at the bottom of S. Why not, right? Next, we have a Galaxy Opal D'Angelo Russell, a card that I'm going to throw into A+ tier. When it comes to 6'3" PGs, I think he is absolutely insane. But D'Angelo Russell's jump shot, for me personally, is just a little bit too slow. It's just, on that borderline, almost top tier, but just not quite it, which sucked for him. But it is what it is. I think he's 6'4", 6'5" at the PG, which is pretty good. Has some awesome dribbling animation, some of the best in the game in my opinion, and some good finishing ability as well. They nice him on that, but the jump shot does hold him back a little bit, so it does suck that that's the case. And last but not least, we have all of the next promo pack players, which are all actually insane. First up, we got James Wiseman, who is this Chris Boss, who is taller, better animations, the Hito Leaner, and just taller. So he is going into the S+ tier. I think there's an argument to be made that he is one of the better center power forwards in the game. I think there's an argument to be made. I think he's for sure top 5, or maybe even top 3. And I'm going to throw him up here. Actually, you know, we're going to throw him above the likes of Kevin Durant, in between him and Jonathan Isaac. Now, James Wiseman, I just loved dribbling around with him at the center position. He has some really quick dribble spam. He obviously has that heat out leaner. He has an awesome jump shot. I think it's 29, that is Chris Bosh's, which is super easy at the time. I loved it. It was nice and green. He's about 400k, which obviously is a little bit of a price increase, but he is an insane card. And if you need a center, I would love for you to pick up this James Wiseman. Even then, if you already have Kareem, maybe you need a power forward, pick up Wiseman. He's a 7'1" power forward that is just insane. Good, both positions, absolutely amazing. Definitely pick him up if you need one. Next, we have Cole Anthony's Galaxy Opal, who I think, again, is getting a little slept on. He has a John Wall base. He's really nice. He is such a good card. Again, I really think he's getting slept on and one that people need to check out. I'm going to put him equal with Ja Morant, but if you can get this Cole Anthony down, he has some of the best dunking animations in the game. Again, that John Wall jump shot, which is just money, and just overall really good dribble sakes. Pick up this Cole Anthony, try him out. He's less than 100k. Super fun card to use. Next, we have Onyeka Okongwu. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. I think I nailed it. If I didn't, I'm going to be a little upset, but hopefully I did. And he is an awesome 6'9" combo forward, which is probably my favorite combo forward in the game. He has that Paul Pierce base, so I know for some people it's going to hurt him a little bit, but his defense is just absolutely insane. I'm putting him equal with the likes of Bill Russell. I think he's just a dope card, one that is so fun to use. The slashing ability was great. Again, it's going to hurt. He can't shoot the corner 3. But I think with how great he plays defense, he'll get over it really quickly. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal LaMelo Ball, who has 6'8" for his height, has a base 39, which is the quickest jump shot in the game. It's not 98, it's not Wade, it's not Tony Parker. 38 is the quickest jump shot in the game for people that are 6'10" and below. It is one of the best jump shots in the game as well. It's my personal favorite jump shot. And the fact that LaMelo has it at 6'8" is just unreal. Some of the best dribble sigs in the game. Slashing, he's absolutely insane. He's got an awesome off dribble. Everything about LaMelo is amazing. And in my opinion, is the best PG in the game. Above Tracy McGrady, Jonathan Isaac, above KD, above Magic, above all of the other PGs in the game. LaMelo is the best in the game. And I will fight tooth and nail for that, because the base 38 is better than any other base in the game. Next, we have a Galaxy Opal Anthony Edwards to talk about the second best base in the game, where I was talking about base 98. Well, technically base 98 is the best base in the game, but 38 is my favorite. So I will say that I messed up a little bit when speaking before. Base 98 is the best in the game, but 38 is my favorite. So just be aware of that. Base 98, Anthony Edwards, 6'5" PG shooting guard. Definitely better as a PG, but probably one of the best cards you will use when you go out and use them. So fun. I'm putting him above the likes of Scottie Pippen and actually, you know what? If we're looking at it, we got LaMelo, T-Mac, Jonathan Isaac, and Kevin Durant. That's 4 PGs that we have there. And then I want Anthony Edwards. I think Anthony Edwards is definitely a top 5 PG. So to throw him at number 5, I'm going to throw him above the GOAT Jordan. Right there. Might be a bit of a controversial take, but I just don't think GOAT Jordan is as amazing as some people think they are. Just because he has all 99 stats and a bunch of Hawks doesn't make him absolutely insane and absolutely amazing. The Jordan base, still kind of slow. And Anthony Edwards at base 98, I've been using him. He has lock takeover with my shoe that I put on him, and he's just so good. My new starting PG, and I don't see him leaving the lineup anytime soon. And then last but not least, we have a Galaxy Opal RJ Hampton, who does not have a good hesitation, so you're going to have to peekaboo with him. You can't hesi quick shot or any of that sort of stuff, but is a 6'6" PG that has the Trey Burke base, just like T-Mac and DeMar DeRozan. So absolutely insane. A really good card. I'm going to throw him into S tier. I don't think he is, because of that hezi that isn't the greatest, I don't think he has the ability to sneak up in it to the S+ tier. I'm going to have to throw him into S, and I think this is where we're going to finish it off, because we finished off all the cards, and now we have a tier list that has all of the Galaxy Opals in them. I'm going to try to take a quick little comb through all of these, but I will say, this is going to be a tough one to kind of move everybody around. I mean, whenever there's a lot of cards, it is pretty difficult to, I think, get everything 100% correct. We'll move Dennis Rodman a little bit above there. I'll put the, you know what? I feel like this one is pretty okay, if I'm being honest. I'm going to put Jimmy Butler above Walt Frazier. I put Walt Frazier near there because I think he was equal with the Gary Payton, but I'm going to move him a little bit down. I think some of these guys are a little bit better. Terry Cummings is like a little bit below. Chris Webber would make that little switch. I like the Antoine above Bob Pettit. Cole Anthony, John Morant, I have them equal with Lance Stevenson. These three are all kind of just like on the same tier. Nobody's better than the other. With this one, I do like this. I think I'm going to move Marc Gasol up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Wee bit. Actually, I'll put him equal with Joel. A little bit worse than Joel, sorry. Right there. And I like where this list is now. I think this is pretty good. Let me know what you guys think about my list down in the comment section below. Make sure you guys liked it if you guys did enjoy it. And make sure you comment down below any other tier lists that you guys have ideas for that you think would be awesome for me to make. And I will get ahead and do those. Subscribe if you guys are new on that road to 6.7K. Thank you guys so much for hitting 6.6. It really means a lot. We're working towards that 7K. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I will see y'all in the next video.